All right, let's talk about something most of us would rather not think about, the colonoscopy. I know, I know. But what if there was a simple, tiny change you could make that would completely transform the experience? Something that could take it from a total nightmare to, well, something you can actually handle. Let's get into it. So let me just ask you, when I say the word colonoscopy, what's the first thing that pops into your head? What's the part that makes you just, cringe? Go on, think about it for a second. Because here's the thing, for almost everybody, it's not the actual procedure, no way. The real problem, the source of all that dread, it happens way before you even leave your house. Yep, you guessed it. We are talking about the prep, the infamous, legendary prep. It has a reputation, right? And it's not a good one. But today, we're going to figure out how to beat it. Okay, so for your doctor to get the clearest possible look, they usually recommend what's called a split-dose prep. It's pretty straightforward. You drink half of the cleaning stuff the night before and the other half the morning of your exam. Simple enough, right? Well, here's where the trouble starts. That second dose. The timing of that dose is everything. It has to be taken on the morning of the procedure, and that one little rule is what causes a huge problem for so many people. And this leads us to what I call the 2 a.m. problem. This is the villain of our story. This is the part that takes something that's already not so fun and makes it just awful. Think about it. Most of us, we schedule these things first thing in the morning, right? Just to get it over with. But for your typical 8 a.m. appointment, that means you have to set an alarm for 2 or 3 in the morning just to drink that second dose. It completely destroys your night's sleep. I mean, look at this. The difference is just night and day, literally. On one side, you've got this brutal middle-of-the-night alarm clock. And on the other, you just wake up when you normally would. When you see it like this, it's kind of staggering, isn't it? And that brings us to the hero of our story. And it's not some fancy new invention. It's an incredibly simple little trick that, for some reason, a lot of people just don't know is an option. It's this simple. You schedule your colonoscopy for the afternoon. That's it. That means you can take that second dose in the morning, after you've already woken up for the day. No 2 a.m. alarm, no fumbling around in a dark kitchen. You just get up and get it done. So, why does waiting just a few hours make such a gigantic difference? Let's break down the real, actual benefits you get from just choosing an afternoon slot. The perks are huge. First, and this is the big one, you sleep through the night. You wake up feeling like a human being, not a zombie. And that leads to being better hydrated, which means fewer headaches, less fatigue. The bottom line is, the whole experience is just way, way less stressful. And let's just talk about hydration for a quick sec. Because you're awake for more of the morning with an afternoon appointment, you can keep sipping on clear fluids until about 4 hours before you go in. Trust me, this makes a world of difference in how you feel. Now, I want to be crystal clear about this. This is not a compromise. You're not getting a lesser exam. The quality of care, the thoroughness of the procedure, it is exactly the same whether you go at 8 a.m. or 2 p.m. This is purely about your comfort. Okay, so you've made it through the prep. You've done the hard work. So let's talk about the finish line. Because once the prep is over, the rest is, believe it or not, a piece of cake. Look at that. 30 minutes. That's it. After all that buildup, the procedure itself is shockingly fast. Most people can't believe how quick it is. So here's what I really want you to take away. Once you're done with the prep, and we now know how to make that so much easier, the day itself is truly the easy part. You've already done all the heavy lifting. I just love this quote because it perfectly captures that feeling. It's a promise, right? Once the prep is done, you can just relax. The pros take over and you just get to sail through it. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If you're one of the millions of people who's been avoiding this really important screening just because you dread the whole process, could this one tiny change, just scheduling for the afternoon, be the thing that finally makes it feel possible? It's worth asking your doctor about. It really could make all the difference.